A quick story about the DJQ. My brother actually texted me right before I came on the show, and he said that my brother is a comedian out in Lancaster, and he travels around the United States, and he's a comedian with a bunch of other comedians. He does shows all over the place in little bars and big venues, and funny crew, funny crew. So he texted me right before I got on the show, and he said DJQ went to one of his shows. And at the end of the night, he said he walked out into the audience, and DJQ had a circle around him, and he was just telling stories, and he was making jokes and making everybody laugh. And he said, my brother, it's the first time he saw all the comedians in a circle with the people that were listening to him talk, and that he's so charismatic, and that he has great jokes, and he's super funny. So it was really nice to hear that. Somebody has a brand, and it's not really hard to be that brand because they are that's just who they are.
Right. I love that. That's such a good story. You didn't even tell me that.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you on the
show.
show.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And DJQ is such a charismatic person, and when you're building a brand, and it's just easier to build something when you're just being yourself. And that's who he is all the time. Every time I see him, he is just full of energy, and you could just tell that he has full of energy. He is funny, but he's super professional.
Yeah, I do love that about him.
Yeah, so today I wanted to talk about showing up and moving. So I was with my trainer, and we were having a great leg workout, and this guy puts me through some of the hardest workouts I've ever had. His name is Scott, and he is and is the owner of Transform PT in East Stroudsburg. Diane, you go there?
Yeah, I go to Emily, and it is a good, hard time.
Yes, it is. So I have Scott training me, and so we're working out all the time. And he puts me through some intense workouts, and Emily puts you through some intense workouts. And when you surround yourself with people who, just think about what they have to do for a second. They have to get people motivated on a daily basis to keep an exercise program. So think about that for a second. It's hard enough for you to motivate yourself to get off the couch, and it's hard enough for you to eat right. Mm-hmm. It's hard enough for you to have that mindset to get to the gym, to be successful, for you to work out for yourself. Now, imagining you do that for a living. Can we even understand what that life is? Not only do you have to motivate yourself because you have to look like the brand, right? But you also have to motivate your clients. When I was with Scott, and he was, we're doing legs, like I said, and I was asking him questions because I'm always so curious about other business owners, and that's how I learn is from having conversations with great people who think like me and differently. That's how we learn. So my new 2023 is very stop talking as much, which is really big for me, and being more aware of my surroundings and listening more. So I'm walking around always thinking that, like, maybe I should just stop talking. Maybe I should start being aware and listen more to people, listen to what people are actually saying, and just be a better person and be a better listener. And maybe I'm not hearing stuff that people are saying. Maybe I'm not tuning in to what they're saying. Maybe I'm just listening. So maybe I'm listening just for them to stop talking so I can talk. Maybe that's all I'm listening to. Maybe I'm just waiting for people to stop talking so I can talk. So instead of doing that, I'm being more aware, and I'm listening more, and I'm hearing things I'm hearing things a lot more that people are saying.
Yeah, I feel like that is something that it happens from time to time, and when it becomes too much, you realize that about yourself, and you're kind of thinking, I'm not even really truly listening completely. I'm getting the gist of it and not really understanding what they're trying to tell me.
Yeah, and when you don't listen and you're not hearing things, you really don't have the choice to hear anything that you can learn from. Because if you're just listening to wait for you to talk, you're not hearing anything.
Right.
You're just waiting for the noise to stop so you can start speaking to be heard.
Right. The message is not delivered.
The message is not delivered. So on this journey, I'm listening more. It's making me a better in every part of my daily routine, talking to everybody, listening to everybody.
But that happens to a lot of people, because I feel like I've had many conversations and I know they don't hear me. They're not truly listening to me and are not getting the message I'm trying to get across to them.
Yeah. And I was 100%, I'm that person a lot of the times.
Right.
It doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you, if you're not aware of it and you can't flip the switch to change that, and you're not aware, it's just like anything. If you're not aware of something, if you're not aware of how you're hurting somebody because they don't ever tell you, how could you ever know that you're hurting them because of that if they never express that to you? Because that's good communication in any relationship. People have to be, but if you don't listen.
And it's also giving yourself attention, giving that person the attention to focus and understand what they're saying, caring. Because if you don't care, you're not really going to listen. Or if you're only worried about talking or what you want to say, you're not really focusing on that person that you're even talking to. You're just wasting your time anyways.
Wasting your time anyways. So I was with Scott, and we were working out, and he was telling me, and I was asking him a bunch of questions, and then he was saying that Mike, sometimes you just have to get people to show up and move. I'm not here to berate anybody. I'm not here to be super hard on people. I'm just here to get them to show up and move. The more people that show up and move, the better it is. And I was speechless, and I didn't even talk about it. I didn't even say anything. I didn't ask any questions about that statement. And I went home that night, and at first I was like, just show up and move, just show up and move. I'm like, what does that even mean? And then I went and thought about it, and I'm driving, and I'm like, just show up and move, just show up and move. I'm sleeping, my eyes open, I'm just show up and move, just show up and move. I didn't understand what it meant. And it was speaking to me, that one statement, just show up and move. And for me, it's like, sometimes we just have to show up and move. It's all about showing up and moving. Sometimes we don't know on our journey what we're actually doing. We don't know if we want to do it. We don't understand a lot, but sometimes you just have to show up and move, and the rest will fall into place. And show up and move can mean so many different things in your life. It doesn't just have to mean that there's so many different areas I can put show up and move in my life, in a situation, and it means something completely different. But in most cases, it's a positive.
Right. It's a positive even when you're thinking of it when you think okay, even when you don't have the best workout, and because you're tired and you didn't sleep or you worked late, whatever it is, I still feel okay, it's still a bad workout's better than no workout. I at least was present and moved. Even when you think of it like that, you feel good about it because at least you did the bare minimum, and the bare minimum is not going. The bare minimum is being present.
100%. So I told him this morning, I said, you changed my life a week ago when you said this to me, and we had a great conversation after that. And, and he's a great guy to talk to. So it was something nice to hear because, the meanings that I thought of over the week, I was telling him, and it was, he was like, wow, I never even thought of it that way. And, so many things mean so many different things. So being and having a good circle around you, and the people that, you surround yourself with and have conversations, you have to think about sometimes and be aware, what are you listening to? What are you talking about with your people, your friends? Are you always talking about drama? Are you always talking about something negative? Are you always talking about something that makes you sad or cry? You have to focus on that, and you have to, if you find yourself in more of those conversations, you have to get out of those conversations. You have to, you can be nice, you can smile, you can get out of those conversations, but you just know not to go there often, and you want to talk to people that enlighten you and that are saying positive things that, where they're lifting you up and not putting you down.
Right. You want people to be looking at what your goals are and kind of aligning with them. The more of those people you have by your side, the better. When there's too much friction or someone doesn't see your vision, it becomes kind of an issue, and you want to be surrounded by the people who just get it and get you.
Yeah. So, that was it, and I told him, in a month my book comes out. It's called Show Up and Move. So, it's definitely enlightening, being a listener and not just talking so much. Like, people really, sometimes they're not really, like for me, for example, I'm not an educated man. So when I speak, most of the time I'm not getting out exactly what's in my mind and what I really want to say out in my words. And a lot of the times I know that I say things wrong. And either I didn't have enough time to explain myself, or I just didn't explain myself. So therefore it comes out like that. I look like an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, people are get a bad impression of me because I don't always know how to speak and express myself. So for me, I'm explaining myself a little bit more for people to understand what I actually mean when I talk, because I don't always know the words right in the beginning.
I think even people who can explain themselves really well still go into depth about what exactly they mean, because the person who's listening also has very different perceptions and experience and the way that they see things. So they might not completely get your vision, but as you talk more about whatever it is, they understand and it becomes more clear, and like you're painting the picture.
Yeah.
So it makes it so there is no doubt, or you don't know what that person's talking, like you 100% know what someone's talking about if they explain themselves more. If not, it could be what you intended, what they received, it could just be different. But anyone who takes the time to explain anything is better understood.
Right. And with this show is amazing for me. It has done so much for me, and it keeps me on the right path. And we always say that, but it's always keeps me on the right path of doing the right thing, even throughout my daily day. Like, I'll remember what I said on here, and I have to stick by it. And I like to preach the positiveness and the mindset and the success and the discipline and the consistency. So it keeps me all of those things, because those are the principles of success. It's being disciplined, doing things consistently, and it's not giving up. It's no quit. It's, I'm a winner. I'm a champion. I am all of these great positive things. So when I say these things on this podcast, it makes me live through it each week. So we do this weekly, and each week I remember what I'm saying, and it makes me stay on that straight and narrow and path to success. It makes me stay on my path longer. It makes me realize that I am in the journey of just my life, and we're in a journey together with our team, and right now we're building one of the strongest teams we've ever had. We're learning how to, because of this show, I'm able to be a better person, better leader. I'm able to listen more. Like, that's a great positive characteristic to have as a leader, is somebody who listens more. So you want to listen more. So I'm able to listen to my team a lot more. I'm able to hear them. I want to make them happy. Like, as a leader, like, we work for our team. We are there for our team. That's what a good leader does. They work for the team. They are there for them, and we want to be there for our team, and we want to build our team. We want to build a big business, and we will build a huge business. Like, I have such big goals and dreams. I am inspired every single day by myself, by my own work ethic, by, everything that I do. I want to keep going. I don't want to stop this journey. This journey is so important to me. It's so important to Diane. It's so important to us and our team. Like, we're doing this with a whole team, and we love everybody on our team that, is coming on this journey with us. It's so important to us to be with us, to, for us to have a relationship with your team. And as the leader, like, that's what you want. You want to build a community of people that want to be around everybody, and it's a great environment, and it's a positive environment. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's about having people in your team be successful and appreciating that success for them and wanting them to succeed. That's everything. I only want to see my team succeed. That's more important to me than anything.
And just the way we talk about how writing something down is so powerful, just it's equally as powerful when you say something out loud. And I find that that's kind of what happens here when we do this podcast. We are just we're saying things out loud, and there's a power in that. just the way we want to build this environment for everyone on our team that is positive, and they want to come to work. They like the people and enjoy the people that they work with and for, and doing all that and saying that stuff out loud is very impactful for everyone, because if you don't tell anyone what it is you are feeling or what you want to build, they can't really come along on that journey and help make that happen.
So right.
You know, so I feel like by being more open, listening, allows them to talk and also get on board with what it is that we want to align with them, like our goals.
Yeah, and it's not even our goals, it's our goals, because our goals are so big and they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I also want other people to have goals and for us to be a part of their goals.
Right.
You know, and that's so important to me. You know, but it's also important to them for our goals. You know, like it's a two-way street with us. You know, like I want everyone to succeed. When I see Scott opening another Transform PT in Florida, and he has that success, and you know, like I'm so excited for him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know all the work that man has to put in and his team have to do to be able to open something, and then it's in Florida, he has to fly down all the time, and his team's flying down and they're doing this. You know, that journey is not easy. That back and forth, and you know, like that's not easy. It's not cheap. Everything costs a lot of money, you know, and to be able to be a part of something like that and grow just a gym brand, you know, especially in this economy, you know, and just want to do well for other people. You know, I want him to succeed. That's one person in my mind that I want to succeed, you know, and then you have all these people that I work with throughout the whole day. Like everybody is in their own struggle. Everybody is going through something. Everybody has their own journey. Everybody is going through something, either if they're trying to empower themselves on a fitness journey. I can only talk about the people that I surround myself with. That's what these people want. So they want to get better at business. They want to grow their business. They want to build a building. They want to build their dream house. That's what we surround ourselves with all of the time. So when I'm talking to these people, I don't ever get jealous. That's why I'm around these people, because they don't get jealous. You know, we pump each other up. We get excited for each other. We learn from each other. We listen to each other. We have great stories back and forth of success and this and that. We give each other pointers and we give each other tips, and the information that we're going back and forth. If somebody else listened to that, I don't know. You know, like you could become so successful just by listening to that conversation between us.
Oh my God, of course. Like there is nothing that I gatekeep. Like there is no secrets to anything that I'm doing. I feel whenever I'm talking to anyone on my team, I would answer any question they have and share anything I possibly know that can help them, assist them, and push them forward in any way. There's not many things that happen that I wouldn't share with everybody.
Right. And you know, it's so amazing when there's nothing like coming together as a team, and there's nothing like one person succeeding. Like we have Jessica, a bar chef at Garlic. She is literally a bar chef. Like we had to make up a whole new title for her, because you know, she is a bar chef. She is Drinks with Jess on Instagram, and she just recently went viral, and she had a couple posts that went over 3 million posts. She got tons of followers, and it's only growing. It's just building the snowball that's about to come down this avalanche of a mountain for her. You know, and you know, I'm so proud of her, and I'm so excited for her, and I'm so excited to see her journey on this influencer page.
Yeah.
Because she is a superstar and she has so much to give.
It's so cool because it's something that she does effortlessly, and not saying that she doesn't put like tremendous effort into this and making these drinks and syrups and making them super craft and just unbelievable, but it's effortless in that it just naturally comes to her. It's something that wouldn't be dubbed work. She just has such an ease with it, and it makes you want to try it, makes you think and believe you can do it too. And she just has such a way about her, and it's just, of course people are loving it. What's not to love?
Right. And I've never heard so many compliments on drinks before at Garlic. Like I can't even tell you the things that she is doing, nobody's doing around here. We've been to Manhattan bars where they are known for mixologists, and they can't even stand with Jessica. Like she is just somebody who takes so much time and pride, and if she has to make you your drink 3 times because there's something in there that you don't like, or something that you do like, she only wants to know what it is so she can either fix it to make it amazing, and then every time you come in, she will make it the same way every single time. But you probably won't drink that because she will sell you on her newest drink,
Yes.
her newest syrup that she
Yes.
made, her newest ice cube that she formed. She is somebody that is just, she's on our team.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we have the best conversations. We're always, we both are similar in that we're always dissecting a drink menu. We are always interested in what's new, what someone's using, what is, what you don't usually see. So we always, whenever we come back from another restaurant or bar, we're always talking about the things we saw that we did or didn't like, things we want to just play around with. I feel like a few months ago, we finally started playing with egg whites, and we've never looked back after that. So there's so many things that are new, like the smoking for the old fashions. There are just so many new
We
things.
went on Amazon where we started talking about smoked old fashions. I bought it that night on Amazon.
It started with 1 or 2, and then we needed so many more, and it's just so many. It's just so cool to have someone on your team that actually is interested and passionate about what's happening within the business. And having, we always say do some research. She goes above and beyond when it comes to that research. And it sounds like, oh, that would be easy to do. Go to other places, look at things online, see what's happening. And that's exactly what's happening. When you care, you put forth effort, and that's what happens.
God. And her personality, we call her Humble Jess. We call her Humble Jess. She's so humble. Yeah. Oh man. But if she was here and she was on the show making us a drink right now, you would know she's here. She would make herself known. She is somebody who is just a huge personality. She is amazing.
Yes, I'm always thirsty when I see Jess.
A lot of people are. So, switching gears, we go to trackside, right? We have Chef Josh, who is unbelievable. That man puts in so many hours, and he is just, I've learned so much from him because he has this cool, calm, collected, thoughtful process of a mind that I've never seen a leader like him. And he's just taught me just patience with if you have something wrong, you go through the problems and the solutions, and you think about it, and you digest the information before you handle it. And that to me was just a superpower. And then our general manager his name is Christian, and he has been with me since he's 14. So I did an FBLA speech at a local high school around here, East Stroudsburg. And I did 3 classes, and Christian was in one of them. And he was 14 years old, and I did a speech about entrepreneurship and motivation and all that kind of stuff. And I did my thing, and I remember afterwards, out of all the students, he applied to work at 14. So I gave him a job bussing tables, and he's now 22 or 23 years old, and he's been with us and he's the general manager of Trackside. And we just have a great team with us, and I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to build the team and the business that we're building right now. I feel like it's a stepping stone to what we're going to do next. I want success for everybody around me. I want success for you. I want you to hit your dreams because I'm going to hit mine, and we're going to hit them together. And in life, you are on this long journey, and you have to understand that whatever you think and whatever your thoughts are, that is how your life is. If you want to get in a better thought process about your life and who you are and what you are, so you can make the reality of your life that. You are your thoughts. The man that says he can and the man that says he can't, they're both right. So say can more and can't less. You want to be somebody who speaks things into existence and understands that when they speak, whatever they're speaking, if it's negative or positive, that is what is going to happen in your day that day, and it's going to happen very, very soon in your life. So you have to start thinking, what am I saying out loud? Because what you say out loud is what is going to become your life. So no matter what it is, even if you're venting and you're complaining, that is what your life is going to be, venting and complaining. So if you stop that and you start speaking the positive and you start speaking your dreams and the plan that you're going to have, and you start writing it down, and you do the success principles that we speak about all the time, discipline and consistency leads to habits, and that leads to a really good life. And we have to do more of that. We have to get up, we have to move, we have to show up, and we have to move. And we just have to show up more. Show up more than somebody else and work really hard. Like, I know everybody likes to go to school, get a degree, and then, go get a job. But your life doesn't start once you get a piece of paper and a degree. I see a lot of students getting their degrees and they do something completely different. They're doing things that they never thought they would have. They're doing things that you could do with a high school diploma. I see it every single day. I've had over 4,500 students through Trackside alone. And I've had them under me, and I've mentored many of them, and I see these kids going through it with all this debt, and then they have to get a job that a lot of people can get, and it's almost like it's not almost like college has become a business. College is to put you in debt, so you have to get a job and you just have to pay that interest. It's all just for money. If you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, nobody's talking about the things that you actually need to go to school and learn about. But I'm saying, maybe a trade school is better. Maybe a trade school. Learn a trade. You can take that forever. Build a business that way. If you're going to go to school and you don't know what you're going to do, I would go to a trade school. That's where I would go. That's where I see people being most successful. Most successful. Go into plumbing, electrician. Go into HVAC. I see that's where people are making money. Mechanic. I had a kid come into Trackside and want to speak to the owner because he wanted to do media and marketing for a local business. He went to East Stroudsburg University. Great school, by the way. I met a lot of students through there. I helped them pay for a lot of college through there. ESU provides great students for Trackside to work there. Thank you, ESU.
That's
Appreciate
so true.
you. But anyway, so I've this kid comes in and he wants to speak to the owner, and he comes to the front of the door. First off, nobody comes in anyway, so already he's doing a good job.
Mhm.
So he comes in, asks for the owner. I happen to be there. So I go up and I meet this young man. He has a camera and he has a 8x10 poster. And he said to me, very nervously, he's sweating, he has 3 jackets on, and he didn't expect me to be there, I can tell you that.
I'm sure.
And he says, I want to do your marketing and your media. Do you need anything done? And I said, why don't we go to, because we're standing right in the front door in the lobby. So I pulled this kid to the bar and I'm like, let's go. I'm ready to listen to you. I want to listen to you. I want to listen to your pitch. What did you prepare? So I was like, do you have any work to show me? What do you do? You're holding a camera. Do you take pictures? Do you do video? And he said, I do both. And I build some websites and I do. And I said, okay, that's great. I said, show me your work. You're a photographer. You're a videographer. Show me your work.
Mm-hmm.
You got the first 2 steps. You walked in the door. You asked for the owner.
It's such a great start.
We're at step 3. You're with the owner.
Yeah.
Let's go. Show me what your work. He didn't have any work to show me. He had a poster. It caught my attention. He was using it almost as his business card. I said to him, is this your business card? He said, no. I said, but it is your business card.
Mm-hmm.
It's a picture of you with your phone number on it.
Right.
Right?
It is.
With a QR code to get to your website, correct? He said, oh, I guess it's my business card. I said, of course it's your business card. It just happens to be 8x10.
Right.
Good job. I like it, though. I liked it. So I took it and I said, you don't have any work to show me. I said, you're a photographer. You're a videographer. I said, okay, if I wanted to hire you to do a video for me, have you ever worked with food? And he said, no, I haven't. I said, okay. I said, well, the best photographers and videographers that I've ever worked with, they come in here and they start setting it up so it's Surf Safe certified. They make sure my cooks are wearing hairnets, their hats, their gloves. They're making sure the cutting boards are clean.
They double, triple.
And he looked at me and he said, no, that's your job.
Mm-hmm.
I just come in and take photos. And I said to you, son, if you want to be good, you tell me what to do. I know what to do because I'm a very good business owner. I'm very good at this whole restaurant thing. I said, but for you to be good at yours and you want to work with a restaurant, you better be Surf Safe certified. You better understand what looks good in the backdrop, what's allowed to be in the picture. I said, because you know what's the worst thing to do? I said, is you spend all your day here and you take all this footage, pictures, videos, and then none of it could be used. So I said, don't you think it's important for you to know that? And he said, I never thought of it that way. And I said, well, that's why I'm telling you. Because who would want to put in a whole day's work and then you have to redo it anyway, and now that's 2 days work. Now you just devalued yourself. So sometimes you have to go outside the box and you have to learn. If you're going to do something for an industry, you have to know about that industry. Right?
Of course. And you want to be a couple steps ahead. You know, it makes you wonder, did he open up the website? Did he look at our social media? You know, again, that like research, that putting in an effort, like he was unprepared in a way for to even give you some basic answers.
And I don't mean to be picking this kid apart. I'm trying to help him. And that's what people have to understand. I'm trying to help him. So I said to him, how much if I hired you to do a video out in the dining room, how much would it be? And he said $500. I said, you want me to pay $500 to you in this economy when you have no footage to show me of anything you've ever done? If you're into this, why aren't you doing it?
All the time.
Why aren't you doing this all the time? I said, sometimes, and I'm not trying to get free work. I said, but I can't judge you. I can't hire you because I don't know your work. Right? I said, you have no portfolio. You know? So I can't hire you off of that. So I said, but you're more than welcome to do a video for me for free. And then if I like it, we'll do business together.
Right.
Is that fair? And he said, yes, that's fair. I never got a video from him. He actually just left that day. You know, and I gave him so much more advice, and I could go on and on and on forever because, you know, I love to give advice. I love to help the younger generation. You know, and what I get out of it is, yes, he did walk in the door. Yes, he asked for the owner, but he was only prepared up to that point. Yeah. He didn't have a plan after he got to the owner because no owners were going to talk with him. So therefore he never got that far before. Now he got that far with me. Now he knows where to go. Now he knows what to do. And that's what I was trying to teach him in that moment. He might not come back to me, but maybe he's prepared for the next person he's going to talk to.
Oh, definitely. He's going to be prepared for at least everything that he went through with you, which should hopefully get him closer to a job.
Exactly.
You know, like he'll know now he should be coming with videos and photos and more. Just if you want the job, show them what you can do. Show them what you can do.
You know, you have to, I always say, you have to be who you want to be before you are that person. So if you want to be a videographer, you want to be a fitness coach, you want to be a boxing coach, you have to do those things. You have to do it for free for a very long time. You have to make no money. You have to do a lot of free work, but you can't think of it as free work. You know, we talked a little bit about this last week with DJQ. It's not free work because you're investing in yourself. You're investing in your time. You're investing to show what you're actually doing in anything that you want to do.
And the more you can show, the less you have to say.
Correct.
Like that's it. If he would have had videos of a family party or of his friends or animals outside, I have no idea. If he would have had a video of anything to show you, to showcase his skill set, he wouldn't have to worry about talking so much. He would have been okay with being as unprepared as he was if he would have even had that.
Yeah.
You would have been able to, instead of thinking about all the things that he doesn't have, focus on the thing that he did, but he didn't have. You know?
But, you know, on his journey of doing this is now part of his journey, me.
And he's definitely, the next time he walks in somewhere, he's going to have something to show them.
Right.
This is my video. These are my photos. You know, like this is my social media pages.
Yeah, and then he's going to get to a point, okay, $500, and they're going to go, no.
But hopefully they give him a little.
He's just got to go in enough doors and he'll get a yes.
He might lower it next time because he got it done.
He might do a couple for free, and people might pay him $600, maybe $1,000.
Right.
You never know. Maybe you get $2,000.
Right.
I have no idea how good he gets once he starts doing it.
Of course,
I can't judge him.
And once he has stuff to show.
There's no judgment. I have no idea.
Right.
You know, so something is, you know, you have to have a plan, and you have to go you know, and sometimes you have to deviate from the plan. But I don't think I don't think anything happened that was bad. You know,
No, but it's just like if someone came into the restaurants because we're in a restaurant and they were trying out for the bartender position, and I said, and to make me a margarita, I would expect them to be able to make me a margarita and it tastes good.
Yeah.
You know, like
of course.
maybe it's not exactly how I make it and train people to do it or whatever, but it's going to taste like a margarita and it's going to be citrusy and delicious is the expectation there.
I once had a cook come in and try out, and I said, please cook me something.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting. I forgot he was there still. It took him 2.5 hours to cook me salmon and something else. And, you know, I didn't hire that guy.
Well, and you know, like you have to be prepared for what you're going in for to showcase what it is that you're capable of doing. So that's their moment. And I'm sure he would do something different next time and not take 2.5 hours to prepare salmon.
Right. Maybe he retired after that, though.
It's quite a possibility.
All right. So I mean, yeah, that's it. That's all I have for today. I think that was a great show. I'm excited to get more guests this year. I want to get more guests this year. So if you're somebody that, you know, somebody wants to get their name out, not being heard, maybe reach out to me.
Yeah.
We'll have a conversation, see if you can get on the Hustle Hour.
Fun.
You know, I would love to do like a Hustle Hour live show with like maybe like 10 people watching in the audience. Imagine that.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. I'd love to do a live show, you know, and have questions live and talk to people in the audience. That'd be awesome to have a Hustle Hour like that.
And hopefully get some stories out of them too. Stories,
questions, perspectives, opinions.
Yeah.
You know, struggles, their journey.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I like
it's
that.
2023. Anything could happen. Why can't we be the best? Why can't we have a show like that? We can.
Why not?
Why not? Why not us?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we just keep showing up and moving.
Right. Right.
We keep showing up and moving.
Because you just got to get there.
You just got to get there. You know, maybe we can go Hollywood.
Don't say Hollywood like that.
But anyways, I want to thank Gynesis Radio. I want to thank Terry,
Thanks,
for
Terry.
producing the show. Appreciate you. And happy February 1st. And that's it. I'm Mike.
I'm Diane.
And that was the Hustle Hour Show. Thank you. Show up and move.